This is a very weird one, but I'm gonna go there. All right. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. It has as many cards as a tarot deck does, but it really is more oracle in nature. It's not the Wild Unknown Tarot, it's their archetypes, and it's a little bit different. Really good, though. Okay. Okay. All right. Tricky time, tricky time. Two stages of life going on here. If you want to view these as almost like arrows is what it's feeling. You have the ring, the venom, the prayer. So here, you have something that's a contract, something that's circle, something that's a completion that was whole. This is great. It's tra-la-la. The venom, something poisoned this. This was almost like a devil's contract. Let's show it to you here. Let me move these out of the way. Almost like a devil's contract. It was poison for self. You didn't know it when you made it. This was a commitment you made. It was tricky. It was a choice you made. You thought there was completion. Alas, not so. The venom, there's poison still running through the veins that's tricky at this point in this particular past life. It's there. Then the prayer, the pleading, the prayer being offered isn't always how we see it, religious. It's the call of the soul to the divine. When we pray, when we ask for the divine's help, or we acknowledge the divine in life, it beautifies and enhances, it lifts and serves the soul for us to put voice to that. And it feels like that's what helped the venom go. This is stage 1, stage 2. And I don't know the time frame. It's two very distinct parts of this life. But you have the Thanatos and the Anima Mundi. Now, I had to write on these because I'm like, the Thanatos? I don't speak Greek. This is something that led you to the truth. This is an initiation. And this one, it's like the initiation into the underworld. This isn't that it was so bad, but it's like going to the gates of hell to learn your spiritual truth. The soul of the world, the Anima Mundi. This is all the connected, everything that is. It's the perspective. It's like Persephone, the story of Persephone. Very much that. Going right up to the gates of hell after this venom and facing down something big. And then the starborn. It's like the celestial help that came. Let's take a look. Next out, unfortunately, I chose this one and I don't know why, so strap in. We'll see what's going on. We've got two distinct seasons and cycles. Take a little bit more of this. Well, for fuck's sake, okay. This here. Tower moment at the top. There's like, holy hell, am I in a pickle? I'm in a bad situation. She is like running for her life on this one. Running for her life, getting the fuck out of there wherever it was. It didn't matter. Didn't matter, contracts, commitments, whatever. This is like a relationship that you just bolted like a motherfucker. Left. Somebody wanted you to stay, and like, okay, there's the gift, there's the security, and you're out of there. Like, fuck no. Something so poison and corrupt in here that you bolt and you don't care. You'll run barefoot across glass, get away from this. It's really, really awful. The reward, the gift, whatever's in your hand, you don't care. You don't care. You feel trapped and like it pulls and tethers you. It was like somebody that would have dominion or dominate you, somebody that would hold you tethered, trap you for a long time. This is where you ran towards. You ran towards freedom. You ran towards more daylight, more brightness. Everything around you felt heavy and weighted, toxic and false. It's like this comes through as a bribe too. Like just stay. It's bribing. It's paid off. It's material for pieces of the soul that cost too much. And you're in this swamp of a situation, this total shit show of a situation. And the bribe is there and you think, okay, this is deceptive, whatever. But there's real devils keeping you there type energy that it's like, no, you got to go. You're out of there. You were supposed to be hostess with the mostest. Come on, let's go to the party. Let's be the elite. Let's be the ones that have it all. Anything can be bought. This is a social class, a social structure where you got snared into almost not really knowing, and you had to get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. This is like you knew death would come. You'd end up dead if you stayed. Like, fuck it, I'm leaving. When you broke free of this, you answered the call to something different. You didn't care about the money. You wanted the brighter and happier time. This shows me further down the track in this same life where you actually are in the mother energy. This is mother-daughter energy, big. It's totally taking your leave of many people. And the ghosts that haunt you, the ghost that haunts you, the people of the past, you didn't ever want to cross paths with these fuckers again. They may have had wealth, they may have had influence, whatever. There was something so vile and corrupt there that you would never go back, and you'd do whatever it takes to protect the daughter energy that came forward. Now, I don't know if this is the daughter energy of somebody back here, or if this is something that came later. Give me a minute on that. This is coming up as the dark guardian, but it doesn't feel like as dark as this. This comes up like the dark guardian, the dark horse, the unexpected. This is like somebody that came in almost as an unexpected guardian angel. And it was like not at all what you expected. It's the unexpected dark horse that comes forward that serves a higher good anyway. Somebody that was underestimated over and over, that wasn't as in high of social status, social structure, but was the good human. The justice on the scales, whether to be in servitude or not, the bribe of being stuck and being treated as though you weren't real. This person would do so much better than that, see so much truer than that. This should be parked right here. Let's see what else is going on there. All right. This one thinks long-term and down the track. This one was shelter in the storm. This is the dark guardian, a little bit older, but in this case, he's seeing strategic stuff. He knows what to do. He knows how to protect. It's like, I think this was the child of some period of the past. This may very well be the reason that you bolted. This is the protector. This child does not feel like this child, but this person was alongside you for a long time. This one's a protector. It's almost like you would have sought shelter in. It feels like you would have sought shelter in the barn that belonged to this person. This person's barn, farm, structure, whatever. It's running on the dark night. This one comes in as a dark horse. This one, I don't know why he has a barn, because he doesn't feel like he's a farmer, but that's what it feels like. You would have been there. And somehow this, it's like this outbuilding or something. This guy isn't a farmer, but he would have an outbuilding. He might have had a small piece of land. He's not the upper echelon, the toitster, super rich. No. He's a normal Joe Blow that has his own little piece of land, but he has an outbuilding. This is somebody you grew to love. This isn't the bad of the lovers. This is the good you grew to love, and this grew into heat and passion. The girl who ran is left behind. The girl who you want to be. This is stronger. This isn't the old you. This is when you get a little bit more happy, a little more joyful coming up. Anything else on this? And this didn't happen like overnight. It really was unexpected. Let's see here. Okay, this is like, oh, you goofy girl. Oh, you goofy girl. This is when you're in the outbuilding and you're there. For whatever reason, you ran through the rain directly to where you needed to be. It's like the universe could have had you running. And you know when you are on a drive and you drive off course and then you have to hit the cul-de-sac and turn around. That's how you were running. Literally being on the run. Literally running after a big storm, after finding out what's going on. Literally running until you're in this kind of this place where it's like, okay. And here in this moment, this is like the foolish girl, the recriminations, this, oh no, oh no. This is why you went to Hell's Gate. That makes more sense. Okay. Next deck. Now this card, these two, other deck I just pulled too much. These, where it goes next. Jeez. I think you were even sought out for beauty, for being beautiful. You wanted to have yourself seen for more than that. King of Rings. What the heck? Okay. Call it what you will. The fairy folk, the forest creatures, the forest spirits, all of that. You can call it ancestors. You can call it whatever. In this deck, it comes through like forest folk, like fairy creatures. They would have been guiding you along your big run. Like really, really. Holding out things that would like guide you or catch your glance, catch your eyes as you ran, as you went through. There was new boundaries, new borderlines that you needed to cross and get through. Here's this tower moment where you were run. And here's the magician. It's like, okay, we can help her get there. It's important she gets there. It's almost like you were running through a labyrinth to find your way through, but you didn't know all of this stuff. Later in life, you would have learned how truly choice the path was that you were able to run that night. The escaping of the devil. Big time, big time. The energy that was there would be so toxic for you to be in, you'd never go back. You needed clarity. It was almost like a miracle that you got to where you got to. You shouldn't have been able to do that. You shouldn't have been able to even get through it. Yet you did. You left the hardship, moving forward to this mother energy, this happy mother energy. This is going forward. This is indicating a son. This is a son from this relationship. A very studious son. Very somber energy with this one. Very more grounded than your daughter's energy. And this isn't two sons. This is one. This is the descriptor of the son. Huh. Okay. All right. What else do we got in here? I've got something about the delivery coming through was like put you on the brink. It was really difficult delivery. Lady of Wands and Strength. Again, the forest people come through. Again, this is like I don't know what set this up for you, but the Lady of Wands and Strength, it's like the forest sprite. It would be somebody that we would maybe think of as the herbalist, the witchy wise woman, the witchy woo-woo person. She would have known this person. And this person would have, this is like the midwife. Thank you. It's like the midwife, that's the word. She would have come through to help with the delivery of the son. It was really, really a trip. And this doesn't feel like grandma or relation in this regard. It's like she was known around the places, but it was almost like she was led there too for this delivery, all across the board. Satisfaction comes. This is like the fairy guardians, all of them, just so pleased that they were able to help get you on the path where you were supposed to be. It's like exactly where you were supposed to be. Whatever this venomous situation that felt like it prevented you, felt like a fuck up, felt like it shouldn't have ever happened. It needed to happen, but they had plans to reroute you back. Anything else? This is what I told you here. Something about this son that you bring forward is important. He's studious, he's important. It's almost like he would come in as an adult, as a governing person, a protective person of a sort. I thought a protective person of a sort, and yes, he was. It keeps the demons small. I thought governing or like judicial. I think this is more judicial. So, okay. What else do we need to know? Page of Fire is coming through. This is about your daughter. I think you liked being a mom in this lifetime. You definitely did. You were like the one that always had the pantry full. This situation really was equally good as the previous was bad. But you would look out for others. You always had the pantry full. Your daughter was very enthusiastic, liked to go around, running around. Not quite tomboy, but definitely loved to be out in nature. Now this is interesting. Very enthusiastic. Just kind of like a little ray of sunshine. As much somber as this one is, not in a bad way, but you know, thinking. This one's light, joyful, like she can hardly help contain the sunshine. As I say it, the sun comes fucking through. Yeah.
She put, wow, I don't feel like that.
No. Well, this isn't about you. This is the daughter. This is about that lifetime. The sun came through. She's like the joyful, happy. The Four of Air. She would need retreat, and then maybe she'd overdo a little bit. Maybe she'd get herself in a little bit of a jam, but not much. This is always having the preparation, but there's this groundedness. There is a little bit of a seriousness about you that's not with the daughter. There's lots of emotion and delight and happiness, and connected again to the fairy people. Even though this looks more like the mer people, it's still the fairy people. The Magician. I'm not sure who that is yet. The daughter wants to explore. The son stays grounded and wants to be like helpful to the town, to the people, whatever. The daughter wants to explore. The daughter wants to travel. I don't think you like that idea. I think it made you very nervous. I think it made you nervous about what could go wrong, what might not be good for that. Now the Magician comes in, and this character comes in big. This is the one you need to know next. When was this? Getting 40s or 50s? 40s? There's reason to stay grounded and not to be a flibberty-gibbet. There's reason to stay grounded in wisdom that needs to come through. There's more education and knowledge that needs to come through for the daughter energy. So you held her back a little bit. She didn't love you for it. Not at all. But it was worth it. It's worth it in doing. The wisdom that needs to come through. It's transformative. It's important. It was something about how she could keep things level and in balance. It was something about knowing where her roots are, knowing how to get back. It's like if she goes exploring the world, she knows how to see the beacon to come back, whether it's spiritually or whether it's physically. She knows how to look for the beacons of light. She knows how they are and what they would be. She would know about the torches. She would definitely know about the torches. There's something about the fire knowledge. She would know about the torches. She would know when to look and what seasons to look in. She had a lot of wisdom about her. There comes a point where the choice is made and she's ready to go. And you're supportive of her going by this point because she gets the wisdom. To hold her back would keep her small. It was something you wouldn't abide. You wouldn't think of it in those terms. You would just think, oh, well, I guess she's ready to do this. And this is how she went. And she definitely knew about the torches. The fire and bringing light and seeing light in different lands. And the up high places. And what to be wary of. She knew what to be wary of. She knew how to travel. She knew how to move and navigate more of the world than you would have realized. The temptations, the choices that would be difficult, nah, they didn't even faze her. She would encounter them. She might encounter some shysters, but she'd be okay through it. Does she come back and return? I think she does come back and return. This is when you felt full circle now. Here you feel full circle going forward. Here's like the daughter coming back. This feels like the grandkids coming back, but it doesn't feel like she came back right away. You might have missed her a lot. How long was she gone on her travels? She was like really had the traveling spirit and the energy about her. This was definitely her time where she transformed. She needed to be freer. This is the patience. This is the waiting. This is like lots of worry for you. It feels like it was several years, maybe 9 or 10 years even. I think you thought you'd never see her again. Now we're back in the fairies. This is like an old fairy king that's trying to route your paths, route your knowledge, help you be calm. And justice. This was for you, for her, for the whole situation. It's 11 years of grief that actually was what it was. There was 11 years where she was gone. Really, she had much adventure. I think you thought you'd never see this girl again, or whatever. You worried. She came back in her own energy, very, very much, perfectly as she should have come back. I think that was the pivotal, the critical, the most difficult part of the whole thing there. The returning to the family circle, to the returning circle of life type energy comes through here. That's where it felt like the evenness was, and the rest just felt like kind of like downhill, like easy after that. That's what I've got. This is where it feels like it's complete. It was a perfect lesson, a difficult lesson for you in letting go of something, in trusting something, especially after a hardship or a very difficult charged lesson. To trust the world that could be kind to her or that she'd be okay in the world versus what you had experienced was the challenge. Yeah, that's what I got. That's where it's complete. So yeah, I don't know anything else to tell you on that one. Yeah. That's what it looked like. That's what it was. That's where it was. The early on awful of your life was overcome. Early on awful. But that I'm sorry was so bad. But
Is it possible to get a name of who I was or the daughter name?
something like an Ariadne type of name. Something like an Ariadne, and I don't know what that is or if that's the right name. If it's an Ariadne and Ariana, something like that, your name. Because I was getting that as I'm finishing up. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Something like that kind of, it's a trippy kind of name. Yeah. It was unusual even in the time that it was given. But that's what I've got. And that's the only name coming through. And that feels like your name more than the daughter name. So yeah.
But wow.
Yeah, something about the shoreline comes through too. You might check Adriatic. Like, I think there might have been an Adriatic Adriatic Sea or shore. It could be Ariadne. I could be inverting. It could be an Adrian. That's what I've got. Like Adriatic. I don't know. It's a funky, weird name. So that's what I got. Good luck. Good luck in interesting times. Good luck now. There will be probably some carryover lessons, but I don't think the difficult lessons will be as difficult. This was quite a while ago. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Wow.